Hi there, welcome my webinar today. This time, very similar to the previous topics. I know why I get these social media, let's say topic these days. But next time I will be talking about business. It will be on Monday. So if you have time also on Monday, next Monday, I'll be talking about business idioms and expressions. So this time still about social media and plugging yourself. I build it up. So comparing to the previous webinars about similar topic, it's more complex now. So it will last around 25 minutes. You will learn some vocabulary in context because there will be some readings and things alike. And I hope that you will enjoy it. My name is Tom, if you don't remember or you haven't attended my previous webinars. And as usual, the time of the webinar is more or less the same. So 25, 30 minutes. If you have any questions, you cannot hear me properly or something happens, let me know. As we know, with the internet connection, we never know what may happen. Hi, everybody. I see there are a lot of students. So nice to see you all there. So Anya, Lisa, Agnieszka, Magdalena, oh God, a lot of students. I really appreciate your attendance here. So we'll be talking about unplugging ourselves from social media. So how it will change our life, also together with the vocabulary that will enrich your vocabulary range. So altogether, it would be very helpful, I suppose. And that's it. Let's get started. I hope that you will learn something new on that webinar. Okay, so let's get the ball rolling. Social media and plugin from it. So let's start from something that may show you the other perspective or something alike. So is it time for a digital detox? So if you feel irritated or irritable without your smartphone, you lose sleep because you use the some devices or things alike, and you also realize that you are not able to have a normal life, like normal real conversation. It means that you should probably have a break from social media, as you can see here. This is part from the article. The link to this article I will send you later so that you can have a look at the vocabulary once again. Here the expressions that are very useful are in color. So look at that, what we have here. So feeling irritable, so it means that you are just irritated. So it's more or less the same meaning. Then inability is like the opposite to ability. So remember it's in that case. And the last one there that we've got is losing sleep. So when you lose sleep, it means that you don't have enough of it. And due to is like because of. Due to is more formal than because of. People use it quite often, so it's yeah, it's useful. Some of my students use it too often. It sounds then too formal, and then I tell them, okay, maybe because of or just because. It's better in this situation. Okay, and here you've got me again, and I tell you that if you stop using or just cut out, social media from your life, then you can realize that you have better, like self-awareness of yourself. You can just see or perceive yourself differently, and not through some pictures on Instagram, but you can just see yourself as perfect in some other way. Yeah, that you have also pluses and minuses as usual, but not looking just on yourself at yourself, basing your view on the others that you see every day on Instagram. Of course, the other things that you have increased productivity, so you can spend the time just on work, on your interests, instead of spending time on social media. So that's rather obvious. And social media, as you get a lot of notifications, these chirping sounds, whatever is there. It makes you like distracted. So because of that, you are able to focus more on the things that you have on, on in your everyday life, and improve self-esteem is somehow connected with the first one. So self-awareness and self-esteem. Self-esteem is more like self-confidence about your body, about your wisdom, and things, things alike. And when you stop using social media for even a while, you can just gain the sense of real self again. So I think that it might be really helpful. So here are just a few points. In the list can be huge. So let's look at some things a bit deeper. So if you curate, yeah. So here you have curating. So it's like the like management, like managing, like handling the content of something. It might be the content of website. So when you change the content of website and you edit somehow, you just curate it. So here you have curating my feed on Instagram. Is that what you can see on daily basis? When you just scroll, you are just scrolling through your feed. It was a big part of my digital minimalism. Here we've got so and this person deleted, like muted, so didn't hear. Like if you mute something, you don't hear anymore, or unfollow any posts that weren't uplifting or inspiring. So uplifting, they just make you feel more motivated, the same as inspiring. Yeah, inspiring, so it inspires you to do something more in your life. And this may make a huge difference, because it shows you only the people and individuals or profiles that really matter to you. I mean that they show you some way of living that you would like to pursue, not choose the content that really matters, that really gives you something, not the content that you will start comparing yourself with. Yeah, this is really important. And here you have some more information. So when you cut down on social media, this may help you to come back to your hobbies. So cutting down on social media is like reducing the use of it. If you use it less and less, so cut down on it, then you can start some other hobbies like sketching, drawing, writing, blogging, taking photos, and more things. And in the case of this guy who wrote it, he knows that the other hobbies don't rely on digital things, so he could focus on it fully. So if you write on paper or draw or do something not digital, it may really help you, let's say, to focus on these things. Because if you use too much of social media, it may affect your health and well-being. Yeah, well-being is the state, emotional state, when we feel both stable mentally and emotionally. Yeah, it's somehow connected. So well-being. So the formal definition may be like the state of feeling happy and healthy at the same time. So this is like well-being. Yeah, this is the formal definition. Okay, here you have example of this cut down on. So he's trying to cut down on smoking. Please listen carefully as I will test you later on this vocabulary. So cut down on smoking is like to do less of it. So to reduce the amount of something, or just slowly get rid of the habit. Cut down on. The second one is uplifting. So for me, it was marvelously uplifting performance. So this means that uplifting here, it makes your emotions somehow better. It makes you feel better. So that's why we say uplifting. Uplifting, so making you feel somehow better. So this is the meaning here. Okay, so this one here we've got. And now we have the second part. Yeah, so here, phone in general, and may just ruin, spoil, and like all the conversations that you that you have, because people need people need just your presence. And if you are not present enough, and if you have just a phone at hand, like I've got here my phone, and then the attention of participants, attention, so how much you are concentrated, is divided, yeah, like in parts, here, here, and here. And if still you have it and it distracts you, you may miss the subtle, like very small and still meaningful cues, or signs of something, signs, cues from conversation partners, so that they are tired, that they are exhausted, that they are bored. You may just miss it, you may not notice that because you use your mobile phone. And here mer, or yeah, like mer as the word, means the same as only, or just something like that, yeah, just here you have just presence of a phone, yeah, just a presence. It might be exactly the same meaning. Here you have it in a sentence. So they started washing up, so that was our cue, like here, to leave the party. It was like a sign, yeah, like a sign to leave the party. uh, yeah, so that's the meaning here. And additionally, here we have some part of study. And in this study, they mentioned that we are able to focus only for 40 seconds before we switch to another activity on mobile phone. So when you check Instagram, after 45 minutes, in general, you just check the other account or something totally different. And of course, you get these dopamine hits. Yes, you feel more energetic and so on, but you just tend later to seek out novel information. Seek out to, so it's like look for novel new information. Yeah, so seek out is like look for novel new information. So when you have this detox from social media, you may notice these moments when you just do it. It's really important, just to focus more deeply, especially these these days. Okay, here you have some other expressions that might be very useful. I thought that the decorations were way over the top. So too much, excessive, too much is over the top. So your social media usage might also be over the top. It's like too excessive, too much. Yeah. Here, the kids spend too much time being glued to TV. Glued is like you have a glue and you are just stick to it. So we're like looking at it all the time. Yeah, glued to TV. And of course, you have people who are addicted to things. You can be addicted to alcohol, sexual things, and other stuff. So, addict is somebody who is addicted to something. That's why addiction, so noun here, there can be social media addiction, sexual addiction. There might be shopping addiction, so you might be shop addict or something. So remember that it's really important not to get there. And excessive is when you use too much of something. Excessive exercise can sometimes cause health problems. So if you exercise too much or not correctly, it may lead to some problems with your back or your feelings, or something like that. Here, this one we had before. So now I have a question to you. So, what do you think we can do as a community to help people with social media addictions? Of course, you can use some of these expressions there that I provided, but also you can give me just your own opinion. So, how do you think? What can we do to help people with these addictions, especially addictions with social media? You can use the examples as I mentioned from here, but maybe you have some other ideas. So definitely to offer some support to these people, advise them to find a new hobby, connect with them. Yeah, so just check what's going on in their life and try to maybe change the topic or take them out or something like that, or just offer support. And raising awareness, so maybe telling them that they seem to be too stressed, so showing them what is the current state that they are in, to show how it's beautiful outside. In my opinion, not really, because it depends. It depends. There should be S at the end, on person, of course. Stay in touch with them, so that you can control the situation, of course. So good answers. And of course, the last one is keep up to date is like to be well informed. Um, so this is not necessary. People just want use social media to be up to date with that what is happening with some people's lives. But it's definitely better to just inform people about the addiction, about the consequences of that, and so on. Okay, and here we have something more. Most of us are glued to our phones day and night. We wake up and immediately check our notifications. Throughout our day, we unconsciously, so like not being conscious, not knowing about it, we pick our phones up. Yeah, so pick like this is like that what I did. Yep, we pick our phones up and mindlessly scroll through social media. So mindlessly, like without thinking, like you scroll the social media and so on. Is it true for you? Is it true for you or not? Or you are able to live normally without mobile phone and social media? Is this I mean, those sentences are true for you or not really? Okay. So unluckily, it's true. Yeah, it's true. Okay, so everybody, I see like checking mindlessly things. Yeah, in the mornings. I also have the same. I try to, just wake up normally without checking the things, but it helps me to wake up, and I try to, carb it totally, but it's very, very tough. And I just try to do some workout instead of it, but I know that I'm also addicted a bit. Very often it's true for me. Unfortunately, yes. Okay, I see that we not so much. Okay, Joanna is different here, but not quite as much. So it's better, of course, not to use so much social media. But honestly, I use it mindfully. So I choose the profiles or people that somehow inspire me, or the content is somehow informative and I can get some knowledge from it. And I think that in that way, it's rather fine. And of course, not using it all the time, only like a few times, only a few times. Okay, and so now we have the exercise. So tell me, please, what will be the expression here? We have three different sentences which appeared before. So tell me, please, what will be here? Okay, I see that the first thing that we take in the morning is a mobile phone. Yeah, so the first thing we take in the morning is mobile phone, not this. It is not necessary. So the first one is glued to TV. The second one is your father thinks you are and what would be there? You are an addict. Addicted will be you are addicted. You are an addict. Addictive is when something might be addictive. So TV might be addictive. So social media might be addictive as well. but addict is a person. So you are an addict. And I thought the decorations were way, what will be here? Over the top. So excessive, like too much, over the top, excessive. Great. So I said these expressions were not difficult, and now, do you remember the expression I showed you? Why I presented these pictures? So the first picture, what was the expression? Do you remember by any chance? Some people, some socializing, some party or something like that. What might be? Did I show vocabulary like that? And I'm just wondering whether I showed this picture. Probably it was about some signs, about some, exactly, it was cue, some signs of something. So when you start cleaning the dishes, it's probably the sign of the cue for others to leave. And the second one, it's enough. So it's like too much. So it was about probably something. Hmm. Something excessive. It was the last one. So the last one was about something excessive or over the top is also fine. So tell me now, what was your favorite expression from today? Maybe from this, let's say, short, let's say, piece of text. You remember something that you will definitely use later. As I promised, I will send to you the articles. So here are the articles that you can read later. Here are three links, one, two, three. And in these articles, you can read about unplugging yourself from social media. You can also learn a lot of different expressions there while reading. So I highly recommend. They're not so difficult to understand. So might be good for studying. Highly recommendable. Any of those. Maybe the first, maybe the second. Up to you which one you will choose. And what else? Today we've covered everything. Everything. We covered the topic which is unplugging from social media. And I think that everybody should find the time when they would just spend, on on their hobbies and things alike. So to focus deeply on one thing, which is highly difficult these days. And what else can I tell you? Just try to carp on social media a bit and just enjoy your life more. And nobody's perfect, but still there's a lot of fake. Yeah, I mean there are a lot of fake things out there on social media. So it's good to be careful. I'll run now two poll questions. So the first one is already there. Thank you so much for the answers. And here is the second one. And of course, if you have any questions to me, if you would like to study more, I prepared some time ago a lot of free materials. So on my Facebook, you can find a lot of free materials. You can ask me for more things, whatever you would like to know. Maybe I haven't mentioned something, so you can just reach me out on Facebook. When you click that link, you can write to me. I can send you the articles again or things alike, or clarify if something wasn't clarified enough. And if you also, I am here on Tula as a tutor, so you can reach me out there and ask me for classes if you would like to have classes with me. I'm also open to have them rather in the mornings because I am busy in the afternoons with my other students. But if you would like to, you can still write to me, and maybe we'll find the hours that are good for both of us. And what else? Check these articles as it really helps with the vocabulary, and tutor social media as they have a lot of different content out there that might be also very useful for studying. For today, I thank you so much and I wish you a nice evening. See you soon. Bye.